This is the closest slice to the Garden of Eden I know of.
After so many years, we once again find ourselves drawn to the cluttered, cramped workbench of artist and sculptor Bill Worrell. This has become a familiar place for us, this studio near Mason, Texas.
What I'm doing is creating images in the 21st century that are influenced and inspired by those ancient pictographs down on the lower Pecos and the middle Rio Grande.
Inspired by the images left behind by ancient people, Worrell's sculpture ranges from 20 feet tall to tiny pieces of gold and silver jewelry. Over the years, it's brought him great success, and even though home is the quiet hill country, on occasion, the price of fame pulls him away from this remote spot.
Hey man, how are you? Hey man, I'm doing great. How are you doing? Hi Cindy, how are you? I'm in total overwhelm. I'm thinking, good grief, I was expecting a few people to show up, but man, there were probably 300 people at that opening. Hi, my dear. The Worrell Gallery in Santa Fe was named after me. Hey, there's the Carswell. They opened it, and it has my name on it. Did you used to be Barbara Stiles?
With a fancy gallery in Santa Fe named in his honor, Worrell greets art collectors and critics who have followed his work for decades. It's a humbling reception for this celebrated sculptor who grew up dirt poor in West Texas.
It's a wearying process, and then I come back to my wonderful kingdom here on the Llano River, and it is so good to be home.
But with all the success and notoriety that has emerged from this studio, Worrell says his greatest work and latest creation is down a dusty path, not far from his front gate.
I'm going to show you the Garden of Thorns.
Of thorns?
I'm going to show you what some of the thorns in my flesh have been. And I decided to bury a lot of garbage and junk from my past. Let's take blame here, for example. Probably somewhere around 1940 is when I started blaming everybody else for the bad things that happened to me. Sometime around 1983, I realized that I'm the person to blame for things going wrong in my life, so I changed. Watch for snakes.
Yeah, thanks.
This is the Garden of Thorns. You know, God did not snake-proof the Garden of Eden, and I didn't snake-proof this one either.
So, Bill, what you're telling me is you've buried all your bad habits, your bad thoughts, all that? Is that
not all of them, but many of them. Still have some to go. Bad right knee, Texas Tech, intramural football. Played by the rules, totally wrecked my knee. I still have another one to go because I need to put my bad left knee up there too because I had bilateral knee transplants, as I call them.
You buried your bad knees.
Buried my bad knees, and life's a lot better.
Look at this. I mean, what's the deal? Do some people think you're nuts?
Well, when I was 5 years old, I got hit on the head by a 2x4 that the carpenter threw down off a house my parents were building. I've never had to worry about going crazy since then. I've been crazy since I was 5 years old. This is just more testimony to it. I decided, symbolically, we ought to bury this stuff.
But we've all had something.
We've all had
Maybe
something.
It's not here.
Yeah, and you know, you're welcome to make one. If you need to bury something, make something and bring it out here and bury it.
How much room do you have? Could we move the fence back a little to claim some more space?
We can do that.
No doubt there is still room for more headstones here. Those, Bill says, will come with time. For now, though, this, for Bill, is his greatest creation ever. Out of all of this, fear is bad, and and blame and all of that, but the one that I see that shame. That one is one that that's pretty serious stuff, Bill, when you talk about shame.
There are a lot of crippled people, mentally crippled people on this planet, that are crippled because somebody taught them shame. I know people that have so much shame and they have what we term inferiority complexes. They're withdrawn, they think nobody likes them. They don't think their lives have much value. They think, you know, and somewhere around 1982, I got out of the shame mode.
So where's this all going, Bill? Is it done? Is it finished, or?
Well, we'll add a few things from time to time as I discover more trash in my life that needs to be buried.
Whether you call it a garden of thorns or boot hill for bad habits, the last thing we expected to see was artist and sculptor Bill Worrell's dirty laundry and dark secrets, all laid to rest, once and for all.
Well, we're just going to leave this stuff like John Brown's body molding in the grave. We're just going to leave it molding. You know, Bob, I think that burying all this stuff just made me an even better artist than I was before.